স্যার শুরু করছি স্যার।
Okay.
Assalamu alaikum everyone. This is Janani Tanisha and you all 34473. Here are my teammates Bijoy Sarkar, Tanmoy Mitra, Shahinur Akhtar Sharna and Shoel Rana. Thank you sir for giving us this opportunity. Today our presentation topic is demand. So now I am talking about my part. Here are the content. Next slide. What is demand? So demand is an economic concept that relates to a consumer's desire to purchase goods and services and willingness to pay a specific price for them. An increase in the price of a good or service tends to decrease the quantity demanded. Next slide. Here are the 4 types of demand in economics: individual and market demand, organization and industry demand, autonomous and derived demand, demand for perishable and durable goods, short-term and long-term demand. Now I am requesting Bijoy Sarkar to continue this presentation. Thank you.
Thank you, Jannatin Tazrinisha. Assalamu alaikum, everyone. Now I am describing factor affecting demand. The demand for a good increase or decrease depending on several factors. There are total 5 factors in this slide. Price of the product. There is an inverse relationship between the price of a product and the amount of the product consumers are willing and able to buy. Consumer want to buy more of a product at a low price and less of a product at a high price. Then the consumer's income. For most goods, there is a positive relationship between a consumer's income and the amount of the good that one is willing and able to buy. In other words, for this good, when income rise, the demand for product will increase. When income fall, the demand for the product will decrease. The third part is the price of related goods. As with income, the effect that has on the amount that one is willing and able to buy depends on the type of good. Then the taste and preference of consumers. This is a less a tangible item that skill can have a big impact on demand. There are all kind of things that can change one's taste or preference that cause people to want to buy more or less of a product. The last one is the number of consumers in market. As more or fewer consumers enter the market, this has a direct effect on the amount of a product that consumers are willing and able to buy. Now my team member Shahinur Akhtar Sharna will explain the law of demand. Thank you.
আচ্ছা, এই শাহিনুর একটা স্বর্ণা, তুমি একটু 2-3 মিনিট হোল্ড করো। আমি একটা মানে একটু কাজ আছে, আমি আবার তোমাদেরকে নক করতেছি। একটু 2-3 মিনিট
Okay,
হোল্ড
sir.
করো।
Okay, sir.
Sure, sir.
ওকে, আমাকে শুনতে পাচ্ছ এখন তোমরা?
জি স্যার।
জি স্যার।
ওকে, ধন্যবাদ। ধন্যবাদ তোমাদেরকে কোচ করার জন্য আর আমাকে সময় দেওয়ার জন্য। আচ্ছা, এখন আমরা তাহলে তোমাদের থার্ড প্রেজেন্টার, তুমি
জি স্যার,
কন্টিনিউ
স্যার
করতে পারো।
শুরু করবো আমি?
হ্যাঁ, অবশ্যই অবশ্যই।
ওকে, থ্যাংক ইউ বিজয় সরকার। আসসালামু আলাইকুম স্যার, দিস ইজ শাহিনুর আক্তার স্বর্ণা, ID 2133447. Now uh, I am will talk about the law of demand. A law of demand, there is an inverse relationship between price and quantity demand. Quantity demand rises as price falls, other things constant. Quantity demanded falls as price rise, other things constant. Here is low demand curve. The law of demand asserts that there is an inverse relationship between the price and the quantity demanded. When the price increase, the demand for the commodities decrease, and when the prices decrease, the demand for commodity increase. Example: when the price of onion is 30 taka, we can buy take 5 kg. When the price of onion is 100 taka, or you can buy take 1 kg. I will request my next team member, Tanmay Mitra, continue the presentation.
Good morning, everyone. This is Tanmay Mitra, and my ID number is 2133446. Now I talk about assumption of law of demand. No change in price of related commodities. It is assumed that the price of substitute goods and compulsory goods not change. It considers so uh, uh, since a change in consumer likely or choose who makes the law of demand stand invited to applicants. No change in income, that consumer income is assumed remain constant since it's a risk may a layer of consumers to buy the more goods and raise demand. And no change in taste and performance, customs habits, fashions, and the consumers. This is it is assumed that the consumer taste, performance, habit, styles, so on should not change because it break the functionally and vitally of the law of demand. And then no change in size of population. It assumes that the population size is compensation must remain contact because it is the number of people would also increase demand for commodities even when the price are high, and vice versa. Thank you, sir. Now I request Shoel Rana to continue this slide. Next slide.
Thank you, Tanmay Mitra. This is Shwaldana, student ID 1334433. Now I will talking about a demand curve. A demand curve illustrates the relationship between the price of a good or service and the quantity demanded by consumer. Generally, it slope downward from left to right. For example, if we have a demand curve for smartphone, it might show that as if the price decrease, the quantity demand increase. These reflect the typically inverse relationship between price and quantity demand in a completely up market. Next, conclusion. Demand represents the buyer in a market. Demand is a description of all quantities of a good or service that a buyer would be willing to purchase at all price. Thank you, sir.
ওকে, থ্যাংক ইউ সোহেল। আসলে ওই যে তোমাদের যেটা বললাম যে স্লাইডের পয়েন্ট বললা, তারপরে ব্যাখ্যা করলেও হবে না, মানে যেমন বললা কনক্লুশন এটা, তখন বলতে পারতো প্রপার রেঞ্জ, দ্য রেঞ্জ অফ আওয়ার প্রেজেন্টেশন, I can say that. I can conclude by saying that এরকম করে একটু বললে ভালো লাগে। আর তোমাদের স্লাইডের কন্টেন্ট খুবই ভালো ছিল, যেটা প্রশংসনীয়। বুঝছো? তোমরা ডিমান্ডের
Thank you,
মোটামুটি
sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank
ডিমান্ডের
you.
সবগুলো পয়েন্টই নিয়ে আসছো। তো এবং তোমাদের ইয়াটা ভালো লাগছে, তোমরা খুব চেষ্টা করছো আর কি ভালোভাবে প্রেজেন্ট করার, বলার, সবকিছু মিলে চেষ্টা করছো, এটাই আমার কাছে অনেক ভালো লাগছে। আশা করি নেক্সট আরো ইমপ্রুভ হবে এইটা দ্বারা তোমাদের। ওকে, থ্যাংক
Thank you,
ইউ
sir.
গ্রুপ
Thank you, sir.
Inshallah, sir.
নাম্বার 5।
Inshallah, sir. Sir, assalamu alaikum.
আমরা চলে যাই গ্রুপ নাম্বার 6। মাহমুদা আক্তার, অর্পিতা, নাবারা, শান্তিদা আক্তার, সাবরিনা রহমান, রুবাই ইসলাম। তোমরা তোমাদের প্রেজেন্টেশন স্টার্ট করতে পারো।
নবরা।
আমার স্ক্রিন কি দেখা যাচ্ছে?
আমরা দেখতে পাচ্ছি, কিন্তু স্লাইডটা এখন শেয়ার করো। আচ্ছা, স্লাইড ভিউতে যাও আর এটা হাইড করো, নোটিফিকেশনে এটা হাইড।
লাইট শেয়ার করে ফেলো। Assalamu alaikum everyone. Today I am here to present a presentation, and my presentation topic is supply. Here are my group members, and these are our contents. Now I will introduce you to supply. Supply is a basic economic concept that describes the amount of a good or service that producers are willing and able to offer to the market at a different prices. Types of supply. First of all, it is a short-term supply. This type of supply refers to the ability of a consumer to buy a product based only on its availability. Secondly, it's long-term supply. This type of supply focuses on availability of time. 3. Market type supply. Market supply is also known as day-to-day supply or daily supply. 4. Joint supply. Joint supply is an economic term referring to a product or process that can yield two or more outputs. And lastly, composite supply. Supplies of two or more goods or services can be either composite supply or mixed supply. Now my other group member, Sabrina Rahman, will continue.
Thank you, Ramisa Tabassum Nabora. Assalamu alaikum, everyone. This is Sabrina Rahman, and my ID is 2133447. Now I will discuss about law of supply. The law of supply in economics states that as price increase, quantity supplied increase. As price falls, quantity supplied falls. For example, a businessman will make more video game systems if the price of those systems increase. In this instance, the law assumes that all other factors are equal and price is the only independent element. Supply is dependent on the price. Next slide. Next slide. A reason for shifting supply curve. The supply curve can shift based on several factors, including changes in production cost. The changes in production cost cause an entire supply curve to shift right or left. This causes a higher or a lower quantity to be supplied at a given price. Then technological progress. Technological progress leads to increase the efficiency of the production process, which results shifting of the supply curve to the right. With decreasing cost of production, more and more customers will be demanding the product. Then number of seller producers. An increase in the number of sellers supplying a good or service shifts supply curve to the right. A reduction in the number of sellers shifts the supply curve to the left. And the last one is the regulatory and tax environment.